What's up guys, it's Bethany and I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how I installed and extended these soft locks. A little disclaimer, I did extend these before I installed them. For the purposes of the tutorial, I'm extending them while I'm installing them. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys the setup that I used to extend them before installing them. Alright guys, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is section out your hair. And I went ahead and I grabbed a spray bottle, and I always like to start on slightly damp hair just for that extra moisture. The hair that I'm going to be using is the Bobbi Boss New Locs. They're in the color M1B30 and they are 18 inches. So generally I like to part my hair into inch sections. In the front sometimes I'll go slightly smaller just to get a little bit more fullness in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and take some castor oil and I'm going to put it all over that section of hair. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that section and part it into 3 sections. I'm going to take one of the locks, locate the hoop at the top, and then we're just going to crochet one of those sections through that loop. It helps to push the lock out of the way, or you can clip it out of the way. And then I'm going to braid those 3 sections together. A little time-saving tip, you can braid halfway down and then twist till you get to the end of the section. That'll save you a little bit more time. Now that I'm done with the braid, I'm going to go ahead and take the lock. And what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping the lock around the braid so that the braid is hidden inside the lock. So what I'm going to do is unravel the lock and then wrap it around the braid. Unravel, wrap, unravel, and wrap until the braid is completely hidden inside of the lock. If this is going a little bit fast for some of you, don't worry, I do demonstrate this twice in the video and you can always go back and you can rewatch as many times as you want. I also have another video that is a little bit more in depth on how to install locks, and you can go ahead and check it out. It's the last video that I posted on my channel. I wanted this video to be more in depth on how to extend the locks than to install them. Now that that lock is installed, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to extend it. Taking the bottom of the lock, we're going to part it into 2 sections. Then I'm going to grab another lock and we're going to locate the hoop at the top of the lock. Now I'm going to take that lock and I'm going to slide it through one of those 2 sections that we just made so that it looks like this. Then I'm going to take those 2 pieces and I'm going to knot them together. To secure that knot, I'm going to go ahead and grab some super glue and I'm just going to put a little dot on that knot. I'm going to go ahead and take those 2 sections. This top section is going to be wrapped upward and this bottom section is going to be wrapped downward. So we're going to take this top section and we're going to wrap it up the lock. So what you're going to want to do is fluff it out a bit and start wrapping it around the lock in an upward direction. It doesn't really matter what direction you choose to wrap in or which one of those sections goes up or down. It's really all up to you. The glue is going to help it stay either way. So I'm going to keep wrapping, and once we have just a little section left, I'm going to go ahead and grab the super glue and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the lock, and that's just going to help secure the last little bit of that section to the lock. And there we go. Once we got that glued down, you can palm roll it a little bit to secure it and make it look a little bit more neat. Now we're going to take this bottom section and we're going to wrap it downward. So again, we're just going to fluff it up a little bit and wrap it down, and try your best to cover the knot. It really doesn't matter if you don't do it perfect. Honestly, the more character the locks have, the more realistic they look. And generally, even if the knot is showing a little bit, it's really not noticeable once everything is installed. Again, like I said, it just kind of gives it more character. So once we have just a small little section left, we're going to grab our super glue again, put a little bit down on the lock, and then we're just going to glue that little piece down to the lock. And voila! You got one lock done. Now you could really see the knot on this one. If you really want to flatten that out, what you can do is palm roll it for about 10 seconds, and it really just smooths everything out really nicely. As you can tell, you can't even see where the knot starts anymore. Alright, so we're going to demonstrate this one more time. So you're going to grab your hair, spray it down with some water, grab your castor oil, put it all over the section. Part that section into 3 sections. Take one of your locks and locate the hoop at the top, and crochet one of those sections through the loop of the lock. Push or clip that lock out of the way and start braiding those 3 sections together. We're going to grab our lock and we're going to start wrapping it around the braid. So unravel, wrap, unravel, wrap. Again, this is going really fast. If you guys want to see an in-depth video on how to actually install locks, I'll go ahead and link it down below so you guys can check that out. Lock is nice and secure, so now we're going to go ahead and extend. Take the bottom of the lock, we're going to divide it into 2 sections. Taking another lock, we're going to locate the hoop at the top. And we're going to slide that crochet hoop through one of those sections. Now we're going to take those 2 sections and we're going to knot them together. Grab some super glue and put a little dot on that knot just to secure it a little bit. We're going to take one of these pieces and we're going to wrap it up, another one and wrap it down. Again, it really doesn't matter which section you choose to wrap up or down. And we're just going to start wrapping one of those pieces upwards. Make sure to fluff the section out as you go. This is going to make the wrap a lot more secure and it's going to cover a lot more of the knot. Once we have just a small little piece left, we're going to go ahead and get the super glue, put a little dot on that lock, and I'm so sorry I didn't realize that my nails were covering this, but you're just going to want to get a little bit of glue, put it on the lock right where that little piece is going to go, and wrap it to secure it down to the lock and to the glue. And there you go, palm roll for a little bit of extra security and smoothness. and we're going to do the same thing to this bottom section. Taking our other little piece, we're going to go ahead and wrap it downward. So fluff and wrap around the knot in a downward motion, downward spiral. Again, this does not have to be perfect. This style is so forgiving. If you still have some bumps or you could still see the knot, you can just palm roll it when you're done, gluing everything down, wrapping everything, and it'll make it nice and smooth, and you won't even be able to tell where the knot begins. And once we're at that last little bit, we're going to go ahead and get our glue, put a little dot down to secure that last little piece to the lock. And there you go. And I'm so sorry my camera cut out right around this time, but there was some knots you could see, and what I ended up doing again was just palm rolling for about 10 seconds, and it just really smoothed everything out. And just like that, we're all done. Y'all should be pros by now. So really quickly, I'm going to show you guys the setup that I used to extend my locks before installing them. So what you're going to want to do is grab a hanger and make sure that you keep your locks on that little twist tie that it comes in the packaging. And you're just going to grab that and slide it through the hanger and secure it to the hanger with using the twist tie. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to hang it on these little hooks that I have behind my door, but I actually ended up hanging them behind my bar stool and extending them that way. So these are the final results. If you guys end up using this tutorial to create this look, feel free to tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. This entire process, including extending the locks, took me around 12 hours. I used 6 packs of hair, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it and like it, and I will see you guys very, very soon in the next one. If you stayed all the way till the end, I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you guys soon.